Steve Wilson is a man that genuinely loves life, people, and his community. His passion for banking was modeled by his dad, Howard, who served as CEO of LCNB for 24 years.
But I knew his father very well, and he certainly got a dose of quality ethics from Howard. No question about it.
Well, my father was a banker, and I got to see the life of a community banker, the impact they had on the community, the mission component of banking.
Steve received his bachelor degree in finance and banking from Miami University in Oxford. While at Miami University, Steve was active in ROTC. In 1972, he graduated and received a commission as a U.S. Navy officer and was named as a Distinguished Naval Graduate in Washington, D.C.
I would say that what I enjoy most is really Miami University's motto, Prodesse quam conspici, to achieve great things without being conspicuous. And I think the people I've known in the past, like William Harmon and Ralph Stolle and George Hinkle and Marvin Young and all, that behind the scenes just made things happen. And they didn't do it for their recognition, they did it for true love of community. And I hope that when it's all said and done, people see me as that kind of a person.
To this day, Steve credits the U.S. Navy for his skills in leadership, organization, and people management. Steve Wilson served as chairman and CEO of the LCNB National Bank for 24 years.
I've been in business myself for over 55 years, and I have dealt with a number of bankers, and I have found him to be as knowledgeable as anyone that I have ever dealt with, and maybe more so than a great many.
Well, he's a very smart, insightful leader, very ethical guy. I've truly enjoyed our friendship of 40-some years and felt that I always walked away with some knowledge after a conversation with him.
He's always just dressed just right, you know? He's always with the tie on, and he knows there's an image there. But I think that that's so much part of his persona, right? That he, to know that what you do and what you say and how you behave it matters, and people are watching, and I think he's just very attentive to that. That he has that ability to think more broadly, and I like to call it the notion of advocating for your customers, not advocating for the bank. You have to really understand the entire story and take the time to understand the story and understand the people, and then help them come to a solution that might be different than what they came in with, but they walk out feeling much better off for that advice and counsel.
Steve has also been very active within the financial services industry at the local, regional, and national level. Steve has held numerous leadership positions in the financial industry, including the American Bankers Association, the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland, AAA Cincinnati, the Harmon Civic Trust, Countryside YMCA, Miami University, the Warren County Foundation, the Otterbein Board, and the Area Progress Council of Warren County. Steve has been extremely active in the community throughout his career, serving on numerous boards throughout the tri-state area. He served as president and board member of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce, Lebanon City Schools, the American Bankers Association, Community Bankers Council, and Government Relations Council, and the Ohio Bankers Association.
Steve went through the chairs of the Ohio Bankers League, the largest trade association in Ohio for banking. He then sought the seats of the American Bankers Association, which is one of the larger national associations for the banking industry, and worked his way through those seats to become chairman of ABA. He has led at both the state and the national level as chair of both of those organizations.
Steve has had a very long-term impact on the community. Well, 40 plus years, and certainly has led the growth of this organization and the growth of many parts of making Warren County a better place to live. I think that's important to Steve because I think that's part of the full man, and he's very concerned about the overall community.
I think the most important thing that a CEO or a leader of any kind is to work together with people and bring the best out in people, to to translate your passion for things to them and get them excited, and then let them run with it. That is what's so important.
The fact that he is sociable, always had a smile on his face, so as he walked around the bank or he visited offices, he had the optimistic attitude that helped them be optimistic as well.
Steve loves people. He loves knowing people. He has always, from the very beginning of his banking career, found the customers, the board, everybody that he's dealt with. He enjoys talking to them. He makes time for them, and he's continued to do that throughout his career. And that's part of what's made him special.
Steve's got a determination. When he has his mind set on getting something done, he very much works toward that goal to get the goal accomplished. And so I think that's one of the things that makes Steve special, particularly in the banking industry and running a bank.
Nothing is as important to Steve as his family. Steve and his wife Jill have 4 grown children: Scott, Brett, Kara, and Shelby, along with 5 wonderful grandchildren. So where might you find Steve now? Probably walking the 340 miles of the Ohio Erie Trail between the Ohio River and Lake Erie, loving the little towns, farm fields, rivers, blue skies, and all the marvelous people and animals along the way. Welcome, Steve Wilson, to the Greater Butler County Business Hall of Fame.